Well, a very warm welcome to another vlog. This time around, it's all about photographing dragonflies, the fastest flying insects, the most effective predators across the whole animal kingdom. Odonata, the tooted ones. And that's split into two groups, the true dragonflies and the damselflies, Anastoptera and Zygoptera. It's mid-morning, it's quite calm this morning, the wind's going to increase as the morning goes on. I've come to a wet meadow. Behind me I have a dragonfly. Temperature's about 15 degrees, but it's quite happy, sitting there for the last 20 to 30 minutes. And I've been taking focus stacked images and single images, adjusting slightly the composition around some spearwort in the background and that it's perched on. He's still there. That's just magic to be able to come out and to observe and photograph these magnificent predators. As I mentioned, dragonflies are the most effective by far of all of the predators in the animal kingdom. That includes birds such as the peregrine falcon, some of the top predators such as lions, wild dogs in Africa are very effective at hunting. And they have about a 30-35% success rate. The dragonfly has a success rate near 100%. There's a good reason for that. They're here 330 million years on the earth, and their morphology, that's the structure and form of the dragonfly, is largely unchanged in that time. So what is it that makes a dragonfly the most successful predator on planet Earth? Well, there's really four aspects that I'm going to touch on. The first is the eyes. It has large compound eyes. It has a rotating head. And the eyes can see a wide colour gamut. And they're particularly attuned to identifying movement. The second factor is the wings. Each wing within the thorax is individually controlled. That's the four wings. And dragonflies, unlike nearly any other insect, they can fly in 6 dimensions. They can fly obviously forward, but also backward. They can move just to the right, just to the left, and they can go up and down. The control at high speed, up to 50 kilometers an hour, that they have over the four wings. They can operate them independently, and they do that to great effect. It's flight in pursuit of prey. It's just beyond our comprehension. It predicts where the prey is going to be. And it is even taught that the dragonfly doesn't use its full sight that it has. It uses just predictive logic to position itself and to move to a place where the prey is going to be. So that's a little background on dragonflies and why it would get our blood racing to get out early in the morning and to come out and to find them. This little chap's about 2 foot away from me. And I've been observing it through the camera and through my own eyes for the past half hour. He hasn't budged. Well, it's taken me quite a while to find the second specimen, but this chap has afforded me so much time here, like half an hour, and The approach I took is a prudent approach. Start quite distant. The objective being not to disturb the dragonfly at all. And then if it's willing to let you approach a little closer, do so very carefully, moving the tripod up and then down rather than through the rushes, so as not to damage the rushes around it. And that way dragonflies on a day like this, when it's quite cool, overcast, a little bit of mist came through, they'll tend to just sit on the stalk of the rush here and observe you. And once you move very slowly, you can relax and getting over the excitement of finding one. Then you can start looking at compositions and moving the camera up, down, a little bit to the right, a bit to the left. Again, I'm focus stacking, a little bit of movement in the wind, but I'm more hopeful with this chap that I may get a full stack and align them, because the wind died down for a while. But I've already used up one SD card, and that really is the approach I'm taking this morning. Just to shoot as much as possible, different angles, different compositions. Now, each different type of dragonfly has a different hunting technique. So we've got skimmers, hawkers, chasers, and the name implies the type of hunting. And each type has a different configuration of webbing, if you want to call it that, on the wings. And the wings, as I mentioned, they're not flat. There's various different curvatures through the wing to assist in aerodynamics. And what's even more fascinating here is the little mark at the end of the wing. It's called the pterostigma. It's not just a mark, it's a counterweight. So I know of a bridge where there was a disaster, the bridge wobbled, it's a suspension bridge. Again, this is to prevent the outer wing from wobbling, to ensure there's strong and consistent flight. That pterostigma in itself ensures that the dragonfly can fly 10 to 15% faster. That's just a miracle of engineering, evolution engineering. Goldfinch flying overhead. It's not very often in the summer when you're afforded the opportunity of clear skies overnight, just a little bit of dew on the grass this morning to coat the wings of the very young dragonflies, very small dragonflies here. It's like a nursery, but there are countless dragonflies on the tops of the grasses, but particularly the rushes. Those hard stems must give them a firm grip and a solid place to perch for the evening. So it's about an hour or so after sunrise. probably about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it is quite still, and that's afforded me the opportunity today, because the images I took the other day, there was a lot of fixing up to do in Zareen Stacker because of the movement of the wind, and I'm hoping that this morning that won't be the case. So I've spent a good deal of time at 2 specimens and just moved around the Dragonfly and tried to get as good a composition as I could, maybe with a dark background of the trees, bringing the tripod up and down, another image bringing the sky in portrait mode, and being very careful to make sure that the tip of the rush just protrudes into the sky. I find that photographing the dragonflies against the sky washes them out when they're covered in dew. So to accentuate the dew, and they're only tiny little droplets this morning, a dark background suits best. So before that dew starts dripping off the dragonfly's wings, it's happening already actually. And the temperature, I'll put the weather forecast for last night up there. It's shown 12-13 degrees, but the temperature will heat up quickly this morning, and I expect these dragonflies will be active in a few hours time. That gives me plenty of time now that I've got my first 1 or 2 shots in the bag, and it releases a little bit of tension. You get down here, you get 1 or 2 shots, and now I can relax. And what I'd like to do is search for a slightly larger specimen. So I'm going to pack up here and move on. Not far, just, it's 50 square yards maybe. And I'll search throughout the rushes here for a larger specimen. I may not find one, and if I don't, I'll settle on another example of a smaller dragonfly on a taller rush, so that there's less clutter around it. Okay. So another vlog has come to an end, and I hope very much that you've enjoyed the 2 mornings I spent photographing dragonflies in a local wet meadow. And I'll leave you with a short video of printing my favourite image from the 2 mornings out. It's the simplest of all the images. Nice diagonals in there, but wonderful detail in the stack of the wings particularly. So until next time, thank you so much for watching.